you're all doing very well. In today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about touch-ups, so tattoo touch-ups. What a tattoo touch-up is when you get a new tattoo, you let it heal, and then sometimes within the healing process ink does come out of your tattoo, which is completely normal. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It doesn't mean you've not looked after your tattoo properly, unless, you know, you have not looked after your tattoo properly. But for the most part, I know most of you guys would look after a new tattoo. So it does happen. It's like a natural thing. It just sometimes it just happens, basically. It's just the way it goes. I myself have had a few touch-ups throughout my over 9 years of being tattooed and stuff, but it's not something that I religiously do. It's not something that really bothers me personally if my tattoo is a bit patchy. The main reason is, like, this is gonna sound so fucking stupid, but when I go to get a tattoo, I want it to be a new one. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go out of my way just to get a touch-up on an old one, if that makes sense. Like, I'm just like, oh, I just really want a new tattoo. I don't want to get tattooed over an old tattoo, unless it's like really bad, which I have had to do in the past, when I'm like, okay, this really does need a touch up. That's my thing. Like, if I want to be tattooed, I want it to be a new tattoo. I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh yes, I just love my tattoos to be perfect. Like, that's just not me. Like, tattoos can be flawed, and I kind of like that. It gives it more character. I don't know. I'm a bit weird like that. Like, for someone that's a tattoo collector or a tattoo snob or whatever, or tattoo obsessed Tina, I don't really mind my tattoos to look patchy unless it's horrific, and then I will get touched up. I won't get touched up, but my tattoo will get touched up. So when should you get a tattoo touch up? I'm going to show you some of my tattoos that need touching up so you can see what a tattoo looks like when it needs to be touched up. Again, I'm a lazy person. I would rather just get a new tattoo than get a tattoo touched up. I'm going to show you one that really does need touching up. It's a cow from my Twister tattoo. The other cow isn't so bad, but one of the cows is like very, very, very patchy, and I'm not entirely sure. It may just be the placement because it's in my inner arm, and you know that rubs on things like your body and stuff when you're moving about. So yeah, for my cow tattoo, as you can see, it's very, very patchy. I mean, there is a little white spot that is meant to be there because it's a cow, so you know, cows can come in black and white, if that makes any sense. So, but as you can see, it's very, very patchy compared to my other one. The other cow tattoo it's patchy, but it's not as bad as the other one. Again, it's just one of those things that happen during healing. It's not the tattoo artist's fault or anything. Just one of those things that happen, and I did look after it. The other one that's quite patchy that you can see in some of my videos is actually my pumpkin one. Some of the line work is a bit patchy in places, and the witch's hat as well is quite patchy. Again, I like it like that. It gives it characteristic, but maybe eventually at some point I will have to get it touched up. Tattoos can sort of fade over time as well. I mean, obviously I haven't had my tattoos for that long, but I'm talking like 20, 30 years. They start to lose their colour, they start to lose like their vibrancy, and they start to look a bit smudgy, and that's only because you lose elasticity in your skin as you grow older, so your skin changes and stuff like that. You know, it's inevitable. So my tattoos obviously aren't going to look as amazing as they do now in like 20, 30 years time, but you can get that fixed. A tiny bit of my lipstick tattoo is a bit patchy here and there, especially the line work at the top, and then the flowers are a little bit, you know, not so much faded, but they're not as vibrant as they used to be, and they're a bit patchy here and there. But again, something that can be so easily fixed. Like I said, it doesn't bother me at all. It may bother other people, and that's totally understandable. You know, you pay money for your tattoos, and if you want them to be completely perfect, it's understandable if it annoys you. For me personally, it doesn't. I don't know why. It probably should, but it doesn't. So a lot of you guys have been asking me recently, when should you get a tattoo touch-up? I personally would always wait until my tattoo is completely healed, like fully healed, and I'm talking maybe a month and a half after I've had it done. Some tattoo artists are like, oh, I'll do it for you in like 3 weeks time, 4 weeks time, and you know, that's up to your tattoo artist and it's up to you at the end of the day. But I would always wait until my tattoo is completely fully settled, fully healed. It's not shiny in any places, it's not dry in any places, it doesn't need any attention to it whatsoever type thing. So for me, that's normally a good month and a half after the tattoo, maybe 2 months. But that's just me personally, because once the tattoo is fully healed, then you completely know what it looks like, if that makes sense. Like when the tattoo is still sort of 3 weeks old or what have you, it's still healing, it's still settling down, it still could, you know, lose some ink in places or what have you. So in my opinion, it's better just to wait for it to be completely healed. It can be annoying, especially if you have like a big chunk out of it and you're just like, oh crap, I really need this touched up, but it's still healing. But it's one of those things, like, you may as well wait. Again, that's my opinion. If you want to get a touch up after 3 weeks, you know, you do you, it's your own body. I'm not like the tattoo Hitler or anything. It's up to you what you do with your body and stuff. But I personally would say wait until it's completely settled, completely healed, and then you can see the final results, and you can, you know, get a better touch up, I would say, because then other things may have come out, or the tattoo may have not healed so well, or what have you, and then fill in the bits that you would have missed if you got it earlier. So yeah, I've only had a couple of touch-ups within my life, just because, you know, like I said, I would rather just go and get a new tattoo than get a touch-up. And the one that I have had touched up quite a bit is my star one. That was my first ever tattoo, and that has been gone over a good 3 times. So the first time that it was actually done, got it touched up a second time, and then got it touched up a third time. You'll notice that very heavy coloured or heavy black tattoos need more touch-ups, just because they're packed with colour. I've never needed any touch-ups on my black and grey sleeves because it is all shading, there's no solid black areas. So you'll notice if you have traditional tattoos, tribal tattoos, line work tattoos, maybe like geometric tattoos, you're gonna probably need touch-ups more than you would a black and grey realism tattoo. Personal experience I'm talking from here, but I would imagine that would be the case, because my traditional arm definitely needs a few touch-ups here and there. This again has never needed anything. Like, looking at it now, there's nothing that is standing out to me, but with this one, because everything is so bold, you can tell where I need touch-ups. Like, it's patchy in places. So that's probably just something to think about when you do get, you know, big bold tattoos. But again, it's not paying. Most tattoo artists will do it for free. They won't charge you anything. It's just a, you know, it's courtesy type thing to say, oh, of course your tattoo isn't going to heal perfectly. Like, no matter what tattoo artist you go to, you're probably going to need a touch up if it's a big bold tattoo for sure anyway. And it's a case of they're just saying, yeah, you know, I'll touch it up for you. It's free of charge type thing. It just comes along with the tattoo. But if you leave it, you know, longer than say 3 months, unless this tattoo artist has a massive big book full of appointments, you may end up having to pay for it. If I was to get any of these touched up now, because I've left it for like years, I would have to pay an artist to do it for me. I wouldn't be able to go back to the, well, I probably could go back to that original artist and get them to do it, but I would have to pay because I've left it for so long. So it's a case of do it within 3 months, unless obviously their appointments are fully booked and they can't fit you in, but I'm sure they would still give you that free appointment type thing. But obviously tip them. Oh my god, don't just walk in there, get touched up, your tattoo touched up, not you, and then just walk off. Do you know what I mean? Like, tip them, you know, give them a bigger tip than you would normally, I would say, you know, just to say thank you, because they're not getting any money from it if it's a free touch up. That's for most of my experiences. Like, any tattoo artist has said, just come in and I'll touch it up for free type thing. But I'm sure there's artists out there that will charge for it, which is, you know, they have every right to do so. It is their job at the end of the day. They, you know, there's a hair full on attacking me right now. Oh god. Yeah, so some tattoo artists will probably charge, I don't know, but it won't be as much as the actual tattoo because they're not putting as much ink into your body. So I think that's all I can say on this matter at the moment. If you've got any questions, then comment them down below and I will maybe make up another video or so, but that's just giving you my knowledge as such. This video has definitely been not structured whatsoever. I've just rambled on, so I apologise that it's all over the place, but hopefully I've got my point across and it's helped you in some way or form. So comment down below if you've got any questions about tattoo touch-ups, and then comment below if you're like me, like you just rather would have another tattoo than get a tattoo touch-up, or would you prefer your tattoo to be like perfect before you move on to another one. See, I'm just always in a hurry. I'm just like, more tattoos, give me more, give me more. And until my next video, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until then, bye.